Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Today Journey. I am very happy that you are here. If you like learning English and want to improve every day, please remember to subscribe. My name is Jenny, and today we are going to spend some calm and useful time together. We will practice English listening, and we will also talk about how you can learn English in the right way and in a faster, easier way. Right now, I want you to feel comfortable. Please sit back, relax, and just listen to my voice. Imagine that we are sitting together and having a friendly conversation. This is not a school class. You do not need to take notes. You do not need to feel stressed or nervous. There is no test and no pressure. Think of this as a warm and friendly space where someone is helping you and supporting you. The most important thing at this moment is your listening. Your ears need time to get used to English. They need to feel comfortable with the sound, the rhythm, and the natural flow of the language. Many English learners feel worried because they think they must understand every word they hear. But this is not true. In the beginning, you do not need to understand everything. What really matters is understanding the main idea. You should listen to how English sounds and keep moving forward without giving up. So in this video, I will speak slowly and clearly. I will use simple sentences so you can follow me easily. At the same time, I will share helpful tips to show you how to study English in the best possible way. Learning English is not about being perfect. It is about being patient and continuing step by step. When we talk about learning English properly, we must remember that English has many different parts. There is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. There is grammar and vocabulary. And there is also confidence, which is very important. If you only focus on one skill, you may improve in that area, but you may still feel weak in other areas. For example, if you only read English books, you may understand written English very well. But when you hear people speaking English in real life, it may feel too fast or confusing. If you only study grammar rules, you may write sentences correctly, but when you speak, you may feel shy or unnatural. This happens to many learners, and it is completely normal. Learning English properly means finding balance. You should practice all skills little by little. Give yourself time. Do not rush. Do not compare yourself with others. Everyone learns differently. Some people are better at listening. Some people speak more easily. Some people like reading, and others prefer writing. All of this is okay. The key is to continue, to stay calm, and to enjoy the process. English is a journey, not a race. If you keep listening, practicing, and believing in yourself, you will improve. Little by little, English will start to feel more natural, and your confidence will grow every day. Some people are very good readers. Some people feel more confident when they speak. Others enjoy writing more than anything else. This is completely normal. Everyone is different, and everyone learns in their own way. But the good news is this. Little by little, with the right method and enough practice, you can become strong in every English skill. It just takes time, patience, and the right habits. Now, let us focus on listening practice, because listening is the foundation of learning any language. Listening is the first step. Without good listening, speaking becomes very difficult. To understand this better, think about how babies learn to speak. Before a baby says their first word, they listen for many months. They listen to their parents, their family members, and the sounds around them. They do not try to speak right away. First, they listen again and again. Slowly, their brain starts to understand patterns, sounds, and rhythm. After a long time of listening, they begin to copy sounds. Then one day, they say their first word. Learning English works in the same way. If you want to speak English well, you must listen a lot. Listening trains your brain. It teaches you how words sound, how sentences flow, and how English feels. But many learners make a common mistake. They listen to something only one time and then they stop. One time is not enough. Listening once will not give your brain enough information. You need to listen many times, even to the same audio. Repetition is very powerful. When you listen to the same material again and again, Your brain becomes familiar with the sounds. For example, imagine you listen to a short English audio every day for 1 week. On the first day, you may understand only a few words. On the second day, you will notice more words and phrases. On the third and fourth days, things will start to sound clearer. By the seventh day, you may understand most of the message. This is the power of repetition. So, if you want to learn English faster, do not be afraid to repeat. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is training. It is like exercise for your ears. Every time you listen again, your listening skill becomes stronger. Another very important tip is to choose listening material that is a little easier than your level. Many students think that difficult English is better. They choose fast movies, hard podcasts, or complicated conversations. Then they feel sad and frustrated because they cannot understand much. This can make them lose confidence. But learning works better when the material is just right for you. When you listen to something slightly easier, you understand more. You feel successful. You feel motivated. And because you understand more, you actually learn faster. Think about learning how to swim. If you jump into very deep water before you are ready, you will panic. You may feel scared and want to stop. But if you start in water that is not too deep, you feel safe. You practice calmly. Little by little, you become better and stronger. Learning English is exactly the same. Choose the right level, stay calm, practice often, and slowly you will grow. When you choose listening materials, make sure they are not too difficult for you. A good rule is this: you should understand about 60 to 70% of what you hear. This level is perfect for learning. You can understand the main idea, and at the same time, you can guess the meaning of new words from the context. You are learning, but you are not confused or lost. As time goes on, and your English improves, you can slowly choose harder material and challenge yourself more. Learning should feel a little challenging, but not stressful. Now, let us talk about something very important: speaking. Many people want to speak English fluently and quickly, but they feel shy or afraid. They are scared of making mistakes. Some people worry that others will laugh at them or think they are not smart enough. These feelings are very common, but I want you to remember something very important. Making mistakes is a normal and necessary part of learning. Nobody speaks perfectly at the beginning. Even native speakers make mistakes when they learn new things. Mistakes do not mean you are bad at English. Mistakes mean you are learning. So please do not be afraid of speaking. The best way to become a good speaker is very simple. You must open your mouth and try. You do not need to wait until your English is perfect. In fact, if you wait for perfection, you may never start. You only need to begin with what you know now. Even if you know only a few words, use them. For example, if you say, "I go shop," that is okay. The grammar is not perfect, but people will still understand your meaning. Communication is more important than perfection. Later, as you practice more, you will naturally improve. You will learn to say things like, "I am going to the shop," or "I went to the shop yesterday." This improvement comes with time and practice. The more you speak, the more natural English will feel to you. But if you stay silent because you are afraid of mistakes, your speaking skill cannot grow.
So be brave.
Start speaking from today, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. One very helpful method for improving speaking is called shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a sentence and repeating it immediately, almost like an echo. You listen and then you speak right away. This method helps you copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and natural flow of English. For example, if you hear someone say, "How are you today?" you repeat, "How are you today?" Try to copy the tone, the speed, and the intonation as closely as possible. You can practice shadowing with short videos, podcasts, simple conversations, or even English songs. Start with short and easy sentences. At first, it may feel strange or difficult. Your mouth may feel slow or uncomfortable. This is normal. Your mouth and tongue are learning new movements. But after some practice, speaking will become easier. Your mouth will move more naturally, and your confidence will grow. Remember, learning English is not about being perfect. It is about practicing regularly, being patient with yourself, and not giving up. If you listen often, speak bravely, and accept mistakes as part of the journey, you will improve step by step. Keep going, trust the process, and believe in yourself. Your mouth has muscles, just like the rest of your body. When you exercise your body, your muscles become stronger and more flexible. The same thing happens with your mouth when you practice speaking English. At first, speaking may feel hard or uncomfortable. Your tongue may feel slow, and some sounds may feel strange. This is normal. But if you practice again and again, your mouth muscles will learn how to move. Over time, speaking English will feel easier and more natural. That is why regular practice is so important. Even a little practice every day can make a big difference. Another very important key to learning English quickly is to use English in your daily life. Do not think of English only as a school subject or something you study for tests. Think of English as a useful tool for everyday life. The more you use it, the more comfortable you will feel. You can start with small things. For example, you can change your phone settings to English. This helps you see English words every day without extra effort. You can also write your shopping list in English or read simple signs and labels around you. You can even talk to yourself in English during daily activities. When you are cooking, cleaning, or walking, try to describe what you are doing. For example, if you are washing dishes, you can say, "I am washing the dishes. The water is warm. This plate is dirty. Now it is clean." It may feel funny at first, but this method is very powerful. It helps your brain start thinking in English instead of translating from your native language. The more you do this, the more natural English will feel in your mind. Reading is also very helpful for learning English. Reading helps you learn new vocabulary, sentence structure, and grammar in a natural way. But it is important to choose the right level. If you read something that is too difficult, you may feel tired, bored, or frustrated. That can make you want to stop. Instead, choose something easy and interesting. Simple stories, short articles, or even children's books are great choices. Children's books use clear ideas, short sentences, and common words. They are perfect for learners. When you finish reading something easy, you will feel happy and proud of yourself. That good feeling is very important because it gives you motivation. When you feel successful, you want to continue learning. Over time, as your English improves, you can slowly move to higher and more challenging levels. There is no need to rush. Step by step is the best way. Now, let us talk about writing. Many learners avoid writing because they think it is boring or too difficult. But writing is actually a very useful skill. Writing helps you organize your thoughts. It helps you practice grammar and vocabulary. You do not need to write long or complicated essays. You can start very simply. One good idea is to keep a short diary in English. Every night, write a few sentences about your day. For example, "Today I went to work. I was tired, but I had a nice lunch. I talked with my friend. I came home and watched TV." These sentences are simple, but they are real. They come from your life, so they are meaningful. When you write regularly, you can later look back and see how much your writing has improved. If you do not know how to spell a word or how to write a sentence, that is okay. You can use a dictionary or online tools to help you. This is part of learning, not cheating. Slowly, day by day, your writing will become clearer and stronger. Remember, learning English is a process. Be patient with yourself, practice often, and enjoy every small improvement you make. Most importantly, you need to stay positive and patient. This is one of the hardest parts of learning English, but it is also one of the most important. Many learners feel frustrated because they want to learn English very fast. Some people think they can become fluent in 1 month. But language learning does not work like magic. Learning a language is more like growing a tree. You cannot plant a seed today and eat fruit tomorrow. First, you plant the seed. Then you water it. You give it sunlight. And you wait. Day by day, the tree grows slowly. English grows in the same way. Every day, your English improves a little bit. Sometimes you can see the progress clearly, but sometimes you cannot. There will be days when you feel like nothing is changing. But even on those days, your brain is still learning. Inside your mind, new connections are forming. New sounds are becoming familiar. New patterns are being remembered. One day, suddenly, you will notice something amazing. You may understand a movie without subtitles. Or you may have a smooth conversation with a stranger. When that moment comes, you will feel very happy and proud of yourself. So please, do not give up. Be patient with yourself. Keep going even when it feels slow. Trust the process. Learning English is a journey, and every step matters. Many students ask me, Jenny, what is the fastest way to learn English? My answer is always the same. The fastest way is also the slow way. This may sound strange, but let me explain. The fastest way to learn English is to study a little bit every day. Not once a week. Not once a month. Every day. Even a short time is enough. If you spend just 15 to 30 minutes every day listening, speaking, reading, or writing, you will improve faster than someone who studies for 5 hours only one day a week. Think about exercise. If you go to the gym one day and exercise very hard, but then you do nothing for 1 month, your body will not become strong. But if you exercise a little bit every day, your body slowly becomes healthier and stronger. Language learning works in the same way. Consistency is more important than intensity. Small daily habits are more powerful than big efforts done only sometimes. Okay, my friend, I think this is a good place to pause for now. In the next part, I will continue to share more helpful tips, simple stories, and listening practice to support your English learning. Please remember this. You are already doing something great just by being here and listening. I am proud of you for taking time to learn and improve yourself. You are not alone on this journey. I am here with you, and together we will keep growing your English step by step. The fact that you are still here, still listening, shows that you are serious about learning English.
Keep going.
Believe in yourself. Little by little, you are becoming better every day. Being ready to keep practicing is the most important part of learning any language. Many people start learning with excitement, but they stop when it becomes difficult. The real success comes from not giving up. Today, we are going to continue practicing listening, and we will also talk more about how you can make your English study more effective, more enjoyable, and more natural. Remember, learning English is not only about books, grammar rules, or memorizing words. It is about building good habits, creating a positive attitude, and allowing yourself to grow slowly, step by step. You do not need to rush. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving forward. And we will do that together. One very important topic I want to talk about today is confidence. Many English learners feel that their biggest problem is not grammar or vocabulary. Instead, their biggest problem is confidence. They know some English. They understand simple sentences. But when it is time to speak, they freeze. Their mouth stays closed. They feel afraid of making mistakes. Some learners worry that their accent is too strong or that other people will judge them. I want to remind you of something very important. Confidence does not mean speaking perfectly. Confidence means speaking anyway, even when your English is not perfect. Think about children again. When a small child is learning to speak, they do not worry about pronunciation or grammar. They do not feel embarrassed. They just speak.
They try.
They laugh. And the people around them encourage them. You can learn in the same way. Do not wait for the day when your English becomes perfect, because that day will never come. No language learner ever feels completely perfect. Instead, be proud of every word you say in English. Every word is a small step forward. Every sentence is progress. So, how can you build this confidence? One good way is to start with small conversations. Do not try to speak English for 1 hour if you're not ready. That can feel scary. Instead, use short and simple moments. For example, when you see your English teacher or a friend, Say just one sentence like, "Good morning. How are you?" When you go to a shop, try to say, "Thank you very much." These sentences are simple, but they are very powerful. Why are they powerful? Because they train your brain and your mouth to use English in real life. They help English become part of your daily routine. When you do this again and again, your fear will slowly become smaller. Over time, short sentences will become longer conversations. What feels difficult today will feel normal tomorrow. Another way to build confidence is to be kind to yourself. Do not speak badly about yourself in your mind. Do not say, "My English is bad," or "I will never be good." Instead, say, "I am learning," or "I am improving step by step." The way you talk to yourself matters. A positive mind helps learning grow faster. Also, remember that everyone makes mistakes. Mistakes are not a sign of failure. Mistakes are a sign that you are trying. Every mistake teaches you something new. If you are silent, you cannot learn. But if you speak, even with mistakes, you are moving forward. Learning English is a journey. Some days will feel easy, and some days will feel hard. But every day you practice, you are becoming stronger. Stay patient. Stay positive. Keep practicing. I am here with you, and together we will continue moving forward, one small step at a time. Another very helpful way to build confidence is to practice speaking alone. I know this may sound a little funny at first, but speaking to yourself is actually a very powerful method. When you are alone, there is no pressure. No one is listening. No one is judging you. You can relax and practice freely. You can stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, and talk in English about anything. You can talk about what you are wearing, what you ate today, or what you will do tomorrow. For example, you can say, "I am wearing a blue shirt. I had rice for lunch. Tomorrow I will go to the market." These sentences are simple, but they help you practice real English. At first, it may feel strange or uncomfortable, but that feeling will disappear with practice. Little by little, you will start to feel more comfortable hearing your own English voice. Listening to yourself is also very important. You can record your voice on your phone while you speak English. Later, you can listen to the recording. This helps you notice your pronunciation and your rhythm. You can also listen to a native speaker saying the same sentence and compare it with your own voice. Do not be too hard on yourself. You are not trying to be perfect. You are trying to improve step by step. Remember, small improvements every day become big progress after a few months. Now, let us talk about vocabulary because learning words is an important part of learning English quickly. Many students try to memorize long lists of words. They write down 50 or 100 new words and try to remember them. But this method is not very effective. Most of the time, those words are forgotten very quickly. Memorizing words without meaning or feeling is very hard for the brain. A better way to learn vocabulary is to learn words in a natural way. This means learning words inside sentences, situations, or stories. This is called learning words in context. For example, instead of learning only the word apple, you learn it in a sentence like, "I eat an apple every morning." Now you understand the word, and you also know how to use it. The word becomes alive, not just a list item. You can make your memory even stronger by connecting words to images or feelings. When you learn the word apple, imagine holding a red apple in your hand. Imagine its smell and its taste. This helps your brain remember the word more easily. Try to connect every new word to your real life. If you learn the word bus, think about the bus you take every day. If you learn the word rain, think about the sound of rain in your city or how you feel on a rainy day. These personal connections make words stay in your memory for a long time. It is also very important not to learn too many new words at the same time. Learning a small number of words well is much better than learning many words quickly and forgetting them. For example, it is better to learn 5 words and use them many times than to memorize 50 words and forget them tomorrow. Quality is more important than quantity. If you learn words like book, table, chair, pen, and bag. Try to make many sentences with them. You can say, the book is on the table. I sit on the chair. I write with a pen. My bag is under the table. By using the same words again and again, they become part of your natural English. This is how vocabulary truly becomes yours. Learning English is not about doing everything fast. It is about doing the right things again and again. Speak a little every day. Learn a few words and use them. Be patient with yourself. Step by step, your confidence will grow, your vocabulary will grow, and English will start to feel like a natural part of your life. Repeat simple sentences like these again and again. The book is on the table. The pen is in the bag. I put the chair near the table. When you repeat these sentences many times, the words stay in your memory for a long time. You do not forget them easily. This is because your brain learns best through repetition and use. You can also add more words and make new sentences. For example, you can say, the phone is on the chair. The bag is under the table. I put the book in my bag. The more sentences you make, the stronger your vocabulary becomes. Another very helpful technique is using English subtitles when you watch movies or TV shows. At the beginning, it is okay to use subtitles in your own language if English feels too hard.
Do not feel guilty about this.
Everyone starts somewhere. But slowly, step by step, try to switch to English subtitles. When you read English words while listening to English sound, your brain connects the sound with the spelling. This is very powerful for learning. You do not need to understand every single word. That is not the goal. The goal is to understand the main idea. So, do not pause the video every minute to check a dictionary. If you stop too often, you will feel tired and lose interest. Instead, watch normally. Enjoy the story. Listen to the voices. Let English flow naturally. If there are some words you hear many times and you still do not understand them, then you can check their meaning later. This way, you learn naturally, just like you learned your first language. Now let us talk about grammar, because many learners feel stressed about grammar. They think grammar is very hard and very important. They believe they must know all the rules before they can speak. But this idea is not true. Grammar should not stop you from practicing English. In fact, grammar becomes much easier when you see it in real life. For example, you may study the present simple tense and read rules like I go, you go, he goes. These rules may feel confusing or boring, but grammar becomes clear when you see real sentences. For example, I go to work every day. He goes to school at 8 o'clock. When you hear and read these sentences many times, your brain understands the grammar naturally. You do not need to think about the rule. You just feel what sounds right. So my advice is this. Do not study grammar like a math problem. Do not try to memorize too many rules. Instead, learn grammar through stories, conversations, listening, and reading. Over time, your brain will notice the patterns by itself. One day, you will use correct grammar without even thinking about it. That is when grammar becomes natural. Another very important thing I want to talk about is making English fun. If studying English feels boring, you will not continue for a long time. Motivation will disappear. But if English is fun, you will want to study every day. And when you study more, you improve faster. Learning should not feel like punishment. It should feel like something enjoyable. There are many ways to make English fun. You can play games in English. You can sing English songs and try to understand the lyrics. You can watch funny videos or interesting stories on YouTube. You can read simple stories that you enjoy. You can also make friends online and chat in English. Even short messages help you practice real English. When English becomes part of your daily life, it stops feeling like hard work. It becomes something natural. You start to enjoy it. And when you enjoy learning, you do not need to force yourself.
You continue because you want to.
That is the secret to learning English successfully. Stay relaxed, stay curious, keep practicing, and enjoy the journey step by step. Remember, English is not just a school subject. It is a way to connect with the world. When you enjoy using English, it becomes your friend. not your enemy. You can use English to chat with friends, watch interesting videos, read fun stories, or even write your thoughts. When learning feels fun and useful, you will naturally want to practice more, and improvement will come faster. The key is to find things you like and use English with them. If you enjoy it, it will stay in your life for a long time. Another very important part of learning English is setting goals. Many learners say, "I want to be fluent in English." This is a good dream, but it is very big. Big goals can feel impossible, and that can make you frustrated. Instead, set small goals that are easy to reach. Small goals are powerful because they give you quick success and motivation. For example, you can say, "This week I will learn 10 new words," or "Today I will listen to 5 minutes of English." When you reach these small goals, you feel happy and proud. That feeling keeps you going. Step by step, these small goals will lead to big success. They may seem small now, but they add up quickly over time. Also, do not compare yourself with other learners. Everyone learns at a different speed. Maybe your friend learns faster, or maybe you learn faster. That is okay. Everyone has their own journey. The only person you should compare yourself with is yourself from yesterday. If today you know one more word than yesterday, or you can understand a little more English, you are winning. Every small improvement is progress, and progress matters more than speed. Be kind to yourself and celebrate even small achievements. Now, let's summarize some key points about learning English properly. A good approach includes several steps. Listen a lot. Your ears need to become familiar with English sounds. Listen every day, even if you do not understand everything. Repetition is important. Speak without fear. Do not wait for perfection. Start small. Speak to yourself. Repeat sentences, and try short conversations. Mistakes are normal. Read interesting materials. Read books, stories, or articles that you enjoy. Do not read only to study. Read to enjoy and learn naturally. Write simple sentences. A diary, short notes, or simple messages help you practice vocabulary and grammar. Writing every day improves your English step by step. Learn vocabulary in context. Words are easier to remember when they are in sentences, stories, or connected to your life. Use images, feelings, or personal experiences to remember them. Practice grammar naturally. Instead of memorizing rules, learn grammar by reading, listening, and repeating sentences. Your brain will recognize patterns naturally over time. Make English fun. Play games, watch funny videos, sing songs, and talk with friends. Fun learning helps you continue without feeling stressed. Be patient with yourself. Learning English is a journey, not a race. Daily habits, small steps, and consistent practice are much more effective than trying to do too much at once. You do not need to study 10 hours in one day. Instead, practice a little every day. Even 15 to 30 minutes daily will make a huge difference after weeks and months. Habits are the secret to success. Consistent, small actions build a strong foundation for your English skills. Over time, what once felt difficult will feel natural. You will understand movies, read books, and speak with confidence. Your brain will absorb the language slowly, steadily, and automatically. All right, my friend, let us take a short pause here. In the next part, we will continue with listening practice, encouragement, and more tips to help you learn English quickly and properly. I want you to remember, you are doing an amazing job by staying with me. I am proud of you. Keep going, keep listening, and keep believing in yourself. Every day, every small step, you are building stronger English skills and creating a habit that will help you for years to come. Step by step, your English is growing, and you are becoming more confident. Today, we will continue practicing listening and also talk about more ideas on how to learn English properly. I will show you how to make learning English enjoyable, natural, and part of your daily life. Let's start by talking about motivation, because motivation is one of the most important parts of learning a language. Many learners feel very excited at the beginning of their English journey. They buy books, watch videos, listen to songs, and feel full of energy. Everything seems fun and possible. But after some weeks or months, motivation can disappear. This is normal. Sometimes learners feel that English is too hard. Sometimes they feel they are not improving fast enough. Sometimes life gets busy and studying stops. Almost everyone experiences this. The good news is that there are ways to keep your motivation strong, even when learning feels difficult. The first way is to remember your reason for learning English. Why do you want to learn? Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to study abroad. Maybe you simply love the language. Your reason is like a light that guides you. Write your reason on a piece of paper and put it somewhere you can see every day. When you feel tired, bored, or frustrated, look at that paper. It will remind you of your dream and give you energy to continue. Another way to stay motivated is to celebrate small victories. Learning English is made of small steps. If you watch a short video and understand it better than last month, celebrate that. If you write a diary entry in English, celebrate that. If you speak one new sentence correctly, celebrate that too. These small moments of success are important. Progress, no matter how small, is the best motivator. It shows that your efforts are working. Your environment is also very important. The people and things around you can help you or slow you down. If you are surrounded by English, you will improve faster. If you rarely hear English, learning will be more difficult. Not everyone can live in an English-speaking country, but you can create an English environment where you are. Listen to English music, watch English videos, read English stories, or change your phone and social media to English. Even small changes make a big difference. Another simple way to create an English environment is to use English every day. Speak to yourself in English when cooking, cleaning, or walking. Write simple notes in English. Read short English stories or news articles. Watch English videos with subtitles. Over time, these small daily habits make English a normal part of your life. You will notice that your brain starts thinking in English without you trying too hard. Remember, motivation is about keeping your reason in mind, celebrating small progress, and surrounding yourself with English. When you do this, learning becomes easier and more enjoyable. Even if you feel tired or busy, small steps every day will keep your English growing. Learning is not about doing everything perfectly. It is about creating habits that help you improve slowly but steadily. Step by step, day by day, your English will become stronger and you will feel more confident using it. By keeping your dreams, celebrating small victories, and creating an English-rich environment, you make learning English natural and fun. This is the best way to stay motivated and continue improving, no matter how long the journey takes. Consistency and patience are your friends on this path. Every day you listen, speak, read, or write, you are making progress. Even if it feels small, it adds up quickly. You can make English part of your daily life in many small, fun ways. For example, listen to English songs while cooking or cleaning. You can also put labels on things in your house, like writing door, window, chair, or mirror on the actual objects. Every time you see them, you will remember the words. Another simple idea is to follow English pages on social media. Every time you open your phone, you will see a little English. Even these small changes can make a big difference over time because they slowly train your brain to think in English and keep you connected to the language every day. It is also very helpful to practice English with other people. Speaking with others can feel scary at first, but it is very useful. If you can find a language partner, that is wonderful. You can speak in English even for just a few minutes every day. You will both learn and help each other. If you do not have a partner, you can join online groups or language exchange communities. There are many people around the world who want to practice English too, and they will be happy to talk with you. Remember, practice does not need to be long or perfect. Even a 5-minute conversation every day helps a lot. Let me share a story to show how powerful small steps are. I once taught a student who wanted to speak English very quickly. She studied many books and memorized long lists of words, but she was still afraid to speak. One day, I told her to practice only one sentence every day with her classmates. She chose simple sentences like, "How are you today?" or "I like your bag." After just 1 month, she was much more confident because every day she had spoken at least one sentence. This shows the power of small daily steps. Learning English is like climbing a mountain. If you try to climb it in one big jump, it feels impossible. But if you take small steps every day, you will reach the top before you even notice how far you have come. Another important thing to remember is balance. Do not only listen or only read or only study grammar. You need to practice all parts of English. For example, one day you can listen for 15 minutes, another day you can write a short diary, another day you can read a story, and another day you can practice speaking. By changing activities, learning stays interesting and fun. You also improve in all areas instead of just one. Balance keeps your brain active and helps you grow step by step. Think of it like training your body. If you only do push-ups, your arms will get stronger, but the rest of your body will stay weak. But if you do a little bit of everything, push-ups, squats, stretching, you get strong all over. Learning English is the same. Listening, speaking, reading, writing, and learning vocabulary and grammar. When you practice them all, you become strong in the language. By using English in daily life, practicing with others, taking small steps, and keeping balance, you make learning English natural, fun, and effective. Small daily habits are more powerful than long study sessions once in a while. Every day you practice, your English grows, your confidence grows, and soon speaking, reading, and listening will feel easier and more natural. Step by step, day by day, your English skills will become stronger, and learning will feel like a natural part of your life. Learning English is like having a healthy diet. You cannot eat only bread every day. You need fruits, vegetables, and protein to stay strong and healthy. In the same way, your English diet should be balanced. You need to include listening, speaking, reading, writing, vocabulary, and grammar. If you focus on only one part, other skills may stay weak. Balance is key to becoming confident in all areas of English. Now, let's talk about mistakes because they stop many learners from speaking. People are often so afraid of making mistakes that they don't even try. But mistakes are not bad. They are your teachers. Every mistake shows you what to practice next. For example, if you say something wrong and someone corrects you, that is not shameful. It is helpful. Think about playing a sport like football. If you kick the ball the wrong way, you learn how to kick it better next time. You don't stop playing just because you made one mistake. Learning English works the same way. Every mistake is a step forward. The more you make, the faster you learn. So, do not stop speaking because you are afraid. Embrace your mistakes. They help you improve. Let's practice listening. I will say a few simple sentences slowly, and you just listen carefully. You don't need to repeat yet. Here we go. I wake up at 7 o'clock every morning. I drink a cup of tea. I go to work by bus. I like my job because I meet many people. In the evening, I eat dinner with my family. After dinner, I watch TV, and then I go to sleep. Did you catch most of that? If not, don't worry. We will do it again. Listen carefully. I wake up at 7 o'clock every morning. I drink a cup of tea. I go to work by bus. I like my job because I meet many people. In the evening, I eat dinner with my family. After dinner, I watch TV, and then I go to sleep. Good. This is how you train your ears. Listening to short and simple sentences many times helps you recognize patterns. After repeating this often, you'll understand faster, even when sentences get longer or faster. Repetition is your best friend when it comes to listening. Another important idea is thinking in English. Many learners always translate from their own language into English and back. This takes time and makes speaking slow. If you want to speak naturally, start practicing thinking directly in English. For example, when you see a chair, think chair in English instead of translating it from your language. When you describe your day in your mind, try to do it in English. This habit may feel strange at first, but over time your brain will get used to English thinking. You will speak faster, more confidently, and with fewer mistakes because your brain is already used to English patterns. Small daily habits, balanced practice, embracing mistakes, listening repeatedly, and thinking in English. These are the tools that make learning English natural and enjoyable. Every step, no matter how small, helps your brain grow and makes your English stronger. Step by step, day by day, your English will improve and speaking, listening, reading, and writing will feel easier. With practice and patience, you will notice real progress soon. Learning English well is not just about studying. It is about living in English and making it part of your daily life. One of the most powerful habits you can build is thinking directly in English. At first, your thoughts will be simple. I am hungry, I am tired, it is raining. This is normal and enough to start. Later, you can make longer thoughts. You can also ask yourself questions in English and answer them in English. For example, ask, "What will I eat for lunch?" and answer, "I will eat rice." By doing this, your brain gradually becomes used to thinking in English. You will not need to translate from your native language, and speaking will become faster and easier. Another helpful idea is to combine English with your hobbies and interests. If you like cooking, read recipes in English. If you like music, listen to English songs and try to understand the lyrics. If you enjoy sports, read sports news in English. When English is connected to something you love, learning stops feeling like work and becomes fun. You will naturally spend more time with English and improve faster. Now let's talk about patience, which is very important. Many learners feel frustrated because they study a lot but feel they are not improving. This is normal. Language learning is like growing hair or nails. You do not see changes every day, but growth is happening. One day, suddenly, you will notice that your English has improved. Maybe you understand a movie without subtitles, or you speak more smoothly with someone. The key is to trust the process, keep practicing, and not give up. Progress may be slow, but it is real, and it is happening every time you listen, speak, read, or write. You are already doing something very powerful by listening and staying focused. Every time you listen, your brain is training, even if you do not notice it. Be proud of yourself. These small, consistent actions are building habits that will help you improve steadily. Remember, English is not learned in a day. It grows step by step, little by little. What matters most is consistency, not speed. Even 10 or 15 minutes of practice every day will help more than hours of study done irregularly. In the next part, we will continue listening practice and I will share more tips, stories, and encouragement to help you learn English properly and quickly. By staying with me, you are training your ears, training your brain, and moving one step closer to your English goals. Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. Every sentence you understand, every word you repeat, and every thought you make in English is a step forward. You are building your English skills gradually, naturally, and effectively. Learning English is a journey. It takes patience, daily practice, mistakes, small victories, and enjoyment. If you continue step by step, day by day, your English will become stronger, and soon you will notice real results. Keep going because you are making progress and moving closer to your English dreams every day. I believe in you, and I know you can do this. Today, we will continue our journey together. We will talk about more ways to learn English properly, practice listening, and think about how to make English a natural part of your daily life. First, let's talk about time. Many learners tell me, "Jenny, I am so busy. I have work. I have school. I have family. I do not have time to study English." And I always say, you do not need hours and hours every day. Even 10 or 15 minutes a day can make a big difference if you use them well. The key is not the amount of time you spend, but how consistent you are. If you practice English a little every day for a month, you will see progress. But if you study for 2 hours one day and then do nothing for 3 weeks, you will not improve. So, try to find small moments in your day when you can listen, read, or practice English. For example, when you are waiting for a bus, you can listen to a short English podcast. When you are cooking, you can listen to English music. When you are walking, you can repeat short sentences in your head. These small moments add up over time and help your brain get used to English. Now, let me remind you of something very important. Do not pressure yourself too much. Some learners feel guilty if they miss one day of study. They say, "Oh no, I forgot to practice yesterday. Now I am a failure." But that is not true. Missing one day is okay. The most important thing is to start again the next day. Think of it like brushing your teeth. If you miss one night, your teeth will not fall out. But if you stop brushing for a long time, then you will have a problem. Learning English is the same. If you miss one day, it is fine. Just come back the next day and continue. Let's do some listening practice together now. I will tell you a short story, and all you need to do is listen carefully. You do not need to write or repeat yet. Just listen and enjoy the story. Here we go. Yesterday, I went to the park. The sun was shining, and the sky was blue. Many children were playing with a ball. Some were running, and some were laughing loudly. I walked slowly on the path and saw flowers of many colors. A small dog ran happily near me, and its owner was calling it. I sat on a bench and watched people walking their dogs, riding bicycles, and talking with friends. After a while, I went to a small cafe near the park. I drank a cup of coffee and watched the people passing by. Some were reading books, some were using their phones, and some were eating ice cream. The park was full of life, and it felt peaceful to sit and watch everything. Did you notice how simple sentences make it easier to follow? Listening to short, clear stories helps your brain recognize English sounds, sentence patterns, and vocabulary. At first, you may understand only a few words, and that is okay. Over time, your understanding will grow. Remember, listening is the foundation of learning English. Every time you listen, your brain is training even if you do not realize it. Also, do not worry if you miss some days or if you do not understand everything immediately. The most important thing is to keep going. Even small, daily steps create big progress over time. Every time you listen, read, or speak, you are moving closer to your goal. Think of English like a garden. If you water it a little every day, it will grow. If you water it too much one day and then not again, the plants may not grow well. Consistency is your secret to success. So, my friend, remember, even 10 to 15 minutes every day is powerful. Use small moments in your life. Stay consistent. Do not worry about missing one day and keep listening. Your English will grow little by little, day by day. You are doing a wonderful job just by being here and listening, and that is the first step to success. Yesterday, I went to the park. The sun was shining, and the sky was blue. Many children were playing football, running around, laughing, and having fun. I sat on a bench and opened my book. I read quietly for 1 hour. The park was peaceful, and the sound of birds made it nice to read. After 1 hour, I closed my book and decided to walk to the cafe near the park. The cafe was small but cozy. I ordered a cup of coffee and a piece of cake. I sat by the window and enjoyed my snack slowly, watching people passing by. The coffee was warm and tasty, and the cake was sweet and soft. After finishing, I paid and walked back home. At home, I relaxed and watched a movie. The movie was interesting, and I enjoyed spending the day like that. Now let's read it again slowly. Yesterday, I went to the park. The sun was shining. The sky was blue. Many children played football. I sat on a bench and read a book. After 1 hour, I walked to the cafe near the park. I drank coffee and ate cake. Then I went home and watched a movie. Did you understand most of it? If not, do not worry. Listening and reading many times helps a lot. Practicing short stories like this is very useful for your listening and reading skills. You can do it at home, too. Find a short story online or in a book. You can read it aloud or listen to it if there is an audio version. Repeat it many times. The more you repeat, the easier it becomes to understand. Now let's talk about focus. When you practice English, it is better to pay full attention. If you study while checking your phone, watching TV, or talking, you will not learn much. Find a quiet place, even for just 10 minutes, to focus only on English. Quality is better than quantity. 10 minutes of focused practice is better than 1 hour of distracted practice. Listening to different voices is also important. Sometimes learners only hear one teacher or one voice. Then, they feel lost when they hear someone new. That is why it is helpful to listen to many people speaking English. Listen to male voices, female voices, young people, older people, and different accents like American, British, Australian, or Indian. At first, it may feel confusing, but it trains your ears to understand English in many situations. In real life, people do not all speak the same way. Being used to many voices will make it easier to understand English everywhere you go. Practicing short stories, focusing well, and listening to different voices will help you improve your English step by step. You'll notice that understanding becomes faster, speaking becomes easier, and listening is no longer a problem. Every day, even a small effort adds up. Remember, learning English is like planting a tree. You water it a little every day, and over time, it grows strong and beautiful. Be patient, practice often, and enjoy the process. Another important tip for learning English is repetition. Repetition is helpful not only for listening, but also for speaking. Pick one sentence and say it many times until it feels natural. For example, take the sentence, "What time is it?" You can say it 10 times in a row. Then try changing it a little. You can ask, "What time is the meeting?" Or "What time is lunch?" Or "What time is your class?" This way, you practice the sentence structure and also different words inside it. Repeating sentences like this helps your brain remember them and makes speaking easier and faster. Writing messages is another practical way to improve English. Today, most people communicate using messages on phones or computers. You can practice by writing simple text to your friends, family, or even yourself. For example, write "See you at 6" or "I am busy now, call me later." These are short, real sentences that people use every day. Writing small messages helps you think in English and makes using English in daily life natural. Pronunciation is another part of learning English that many students worry about. It can feel difficult, especially if some sounds do not exist in your own language. But do not worry, you do not have to sound exactly like a native speaker. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to be understood. If people can understand what you are saying, you are already successful. One way to practice pronunciation is to listen to short sentences and repeat them slowly. Pay attention to the sounds and how they are made. You can also watch videos and notice how the speaker moves their mouth. Try to copy the movement. Over time, your pronunciation will improve naturally. Recording yourself is another useful method. You might feel shy at first, but it really works. Record a short video of yourself reading a story or talking about your day. Then, watch it and listen to how you sound. After a few weeks, you will notice improvement. You will also feel more confident speaking in front of other people because you have practiced. This method allows you to hear your own progress and adjust anything that is hard to pronounce. Listening practice is also important and it can be fun. For example, let us imagine a morning routine. Every morning, I wake up and stretch for a few minutes. Then I brush my teeth and wash my face. I eat breakfast, usually bread and eggs, and drink some tea or coffee. After breakfast, I put on my shoes and go for a short walk in the park. Sometimes I listen to music while walking. When I return home, I take a shower, get dressed, and start my day. Listening to short descriptions like this helps your brain understand English in real situations. You can try describing your own morning routine in English, either speaking or writing it. Repeating this will help you remember new words and phrases. By practicing repetition, writing short messages, improving pronunciation, and listening carefully, you can make steady progress in English. Each small step counts. Even 10 minutes of focused practice every day will make a big difference. Learning English is like building a habit. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. You will start understanding more, speaking more confidently, and feeling ready for real-life conversations. Remember, the goal is to communicate and be understood. Focus on practicing regularly, listening carefully, and enjoying the process. Now, let's do one more listening practice. Listen carefully. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I wash my face and brush my teeth. Then I eat breakfast with my family. After breakfast, I walk to school. My school is close to my house, so it does not take long. In the classroom, I sit next to my best friend. We study English together and help each other with lessons. At lunchtime, we eat sandwiches in the cafeteria. Did you understand? Let me read it again slowly. I wake up at 6 o'clock. I wash my face and brush my teeth. I eat breakfast with my family. After breakfast, I walk to school. My school is not far from my house. In the classroom, I sit next to my best friend. We study English together. At lunchtime, we eat sandwiches in the cafeteria. This is the kind of simple listening you should practice every day. Listening to short, clear sentences helps your brain understand English more naturally. The more you listen, the easier it becomes to understand different words, sentences, and voices. Listening is like exercising your ears. The more you practice, the stronger they get. Now, let's talk about attitude. Your attitude is very important when learning English. It is even more powerful than books, teachers, or apps. If you believe you can learn English, you will learn. If you believe it is too hard, you may give up. So, it is important to choose a positive attitude. Say to yourself every day, I can do this. I am learning step by step. My English is getting better. These words give you energy, confidence, and courage to continue practicing. Remember, learning English is a journey. It takes small steps every day. You do not need to know everything at once. By practicing listening, speaking, reading, and writing a little every day, you will improve over time. Celebrate your small successes. Every new word you learn, every sentence you understand, and every time you speak with more confidence is progress. Be proud of yourself for staying committed and practicing regularly. You are doing an amazing job by listening and practicing with me. Every time you listen, your brain is learning, even if you do not realize it. By staying focused, practicing every day, and believing in yourself, you will get better at English faster than you think. Learning English is not just about studying. It is about enjoying the process, trying new things, and not giving up when it is hard. In the next part, we will continue with more listening practice, more tips, and more encouragement. We will also learn new ways to speak, write, and understand English quickly and easily. Keep going, keep smiling, and keep believing in yourself. You have already shown patience, dedication, and a real desire to learn English well. That is very important. Give yourself a big clap and a smile, because you deserve it. Every time you practice, every time you listen, and every time you speak, you are improving. Keep practicing every day, little by little, and soon you will see great results. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race. Take your time, stay positive, and enjoy every step. You are doing wonderfully, and your English will continue to grow stronger and stronger with each practice. After this video ends, remember that your English learning journey does not stop here. This is just one step, but it is an important step, and I am very proud of you. Now, let us begin with this simple listening practice. I will tell you about a person's weekend, and all you need to do is listen carefully. Last Saturday, Maria woke up late. She had breakfast at 10 o'clock. After breakfast, she went shopping with her sister. They bought some clothes and shoes. In the afternoon, Maria met her friend in a restaurant. They ate pizza and drank orange juice. After dinner, they watched a movie at the cinema. On Sunday, Maria stayed at home. She cleaned her room, cooked lunch, and read a book. In the evening, she talked to her parents, and then she went to bed early. Let me read it again slowly. Last Saturday, Maria woke up late. She had breakfast at 10 o'clock. After breakfast, She went shopping with her sister. They bought some clothes and shoes. In the afternoon, Maria met her friend in a restaurant. They ate pizza and drank orange juice. After dinner, they watched a movie at the cinema. On Sunday, Maria stayed at home. She cleaned her room, cooked lunch, and read a book. In the evening, she talked to her parents and went to bed early. Short stories like this are very useful for improving your listening. When you listen, try to imagine the person and the actions. Picture Maria going shopping, eating pizza, cleaning her room, and talking with her parents. Making pictures in your mind helps you remember the story better. It also makes listening easier and more enjoyable. Another helpful practice is retelling the story in your own words. Even if you only remember part of it, say it out loud. For example, you can say, Maria woke up late. She went shopping. She watched a movie. That is already very good practice. By doing this, you are training both your memory and your speaking skills. Now, let us talk about review. Reviewing is one of the most important steps in learning. If you learn something today and never review it, it is easy to forget. That is why reviewing old lessons is very important. You can read the story again, listen again, or try to write a summary of it. Each time you review, your brain remembers it more strongly. Review helps you build a strong foundation and makes it easier to learn new things. In addition to listening and reviewing, using repetition is very helpful. For example, choose one sentence from the story, such as Maria went shopping, and say it 10 times. Then, try to make new sentences with the same structure. I went shopping, he went shopping, or we went shopping. This practice helps you remember the sentence pattern and use it in many situations. Finally, attitude is very important. Believe in yourself. Say to yourself every day, I can do this. I am learning step by step. My English is getting better. Positive thoughts give you confidence and energy to keep learning. Small steps every day make a big difference over time. Celebrate your progress. Each new word, each sentence you understand, and each time you speak is success. Keep practicing listening, reviewing, speaking, and repeating. Imagine, picture, and retell. Believe in yourself and enjoy the process. Every day, you are improving and your English is getting stronger. Learning English is a journey, and you are doing wonderfully on this path. If you learn something today and never look at it again, it is easy to forget. That is why review is very important. If you review after 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month, you will remember it for a long time. Make a habit of reviewing what you learn. For example, if you learn 5 new words today, use them tomorrow. Next week, try to make sentences with them. Later, you can write them in your diary. Review is like watering a plant. If you water it only once, the plant will not grow. But if you water it regularly, it will grow strong and healthy. Another helpful practice is listening to yourself. Sometimes it may feel like you are not improving, but if you look back, you will see how far you have come. Keeping a diary or recording your voice is very useful. You can look at your writing from last month and notice that now you can write longer sentences. You can listen to a voice recording from 3 months ago and hear that your pronunciation is much better. Progress may not always be visible day by day, but when you look back, you will see the difference clearly. Now, let us do another listening practice. This time, I will describe a house. Listen carefully. My house is small but comfortable. There are 2 bedrooms, 1 living room, 1 kitchen, and 1 bathroom. In the living room, there is a sofa, a television, and a small table. In the kitchen, there is a fridge, a stove, and many plates and cups. My bedroom has a bed, a desk, and a lamp. The bathroom has a shower, a sink, and a mirror. Outside the house, there is a garden with flowers and trees. Did you understand? Let me repeat it slowly. My house is small but comfortable. There are 2 bedrooms, 1 living room, 1 kitchen, and 1 bathroom. In the living room, there is a sofa, a television, and a small table. In the kitchen, there is a fridge, a stove, and many plates and cups. My bedroom has a bed, a desk, and a lamp. The bathroom has a shower, a sink, and a mirror. Outside the house, there is a garden with flowers and trees. When you listen to stories like this, try to imagine everything in your mind. Picture the rooms, the furniture, and the garden. This makes listening easier and helps your memory. After you imagine it, try retelling the story in your own words. You can say, "There is a small house. It has 2 bedrooms and 1 kitchen. Outside, there is a garden." Even short sentences like this are good practice. The more you practice, the more confident you become in listening and speaking. Remember, learning English is about small, regular steps. Review what you learn, repeat sentences, listen carefully, and imagine what you hear. Record yourself, write in your diary, and celebrate your progress. Every small effort builds your skills. Over time, listening, speaking, reading, and writing all get easier. Patience, practice, and a positive attitude are your best tools.
Keep going.
Every day, try to practice a little. Review old lessons, listen to short stories, and speak in your own words. This is how English becomes natural and easy. The small steps you take today will lead to big improvements tomorrow. You are doing wonderfully, and your progress is real. Descriptions like this are very good practice for English. You can also try describing your own house. Look around and say things like, "This is my chair. This is my bed. I have 2 windows. My kitchen has a fridge." Even if it feels simple, this practice is very powerful. Speaking about familiar things helps your brain remember words and sentences more easily. Now, let's talk about learning quickly. Many people think learning quickly means studying fast, finishing everything in one day, and learning a lot in a short time. But that is not true. Learning quickly really means learning smartly. It means choosing the right method, the right level, and the right practice. For example, if you spend 1 hour trying to understand a very difficult book, you will not learn much. But if you spend 1 hour reading an easier book and listening to simple sentences, you will learn a lot. This is what it really means to learn quickly. It is about studying smart, not studying fast. Another important point is enjoyment. English is not only for exams, jobs, or school. It is also for fun. You can laugh in English, sing in English, watch funny videos in English, and enjoy stories in English. When you connect English with positive feelings, learning becomes easier and faster. Make your practice fun and enjoyable. This will help you stay motivated and learn naturally. Let's do one more short listening practice. This time it is about daily habits. Listen carefully. Every morning, I wake up early and go for a walk. I like to see the sunrise. After my walk, I eat breakfast and drink coffee. During the day, I work on my computer and talk to my friends. In the evening, I read a book or listen to music. Before I sleep, I write in my diary and think about my day. Let me say it slowly one more time. Every morning, I wake up early and go for a walk. I like to see the sunrise. After my walk, I eat breakfast and drink coffee. During the day, I work on my computer and talk to my friends. In the evening, I read a book or listen to music. Before I sleep, I write in my diary and think about my day. You can try describing your own daily habits in English. Start with simple sentences like, I wake up at 7. I eat breakfast. I go to school. I read a book. Then you can add more details. I eat breakfast with my family. I like to drink tea in the morning. This kind of practice helps your speaking, listening, and memory at the same time. Remember, learning English is about small, regular steps. Listen, speak, write, and repeat every day. Make your practice enjoyable. Imagine what you hear and review old lessons. Use short stories, daily routines, and familiar objects to improve quickly. Every small step you take builds your skills. Over time, listening, speaking, reading, and writing all become easier. Stay patient, practice regularly, and enjoy the journey. You're doing wonderfully, and your English is getting stronger every day. This type of listening practice is very helpful. Short, clear, and simple sentences about everyday life help you remember words and phrases. When you listen to these sentences often, they become part of your memory, and you can use them in your own speaking. Before we finish, I want to remind you about courage. Learning a new language takes courage. It takes courage to speak, even if you make mistakes. It takes courage to listen, even if you do not understand everything at first. It takes courage to keep going, even when learning feels slow. But you already have this courage because you are here. You are listening, practicing, and trying your best. Every time you speak in English, even a little, you are showing courage. And this courage will help you go far in your learning journey. As we finish this lesson, remember everything we practiced. Listen as much as you can. Repeat sentences often. Speak without fear. Read things you enjoy. Write simple sentences. Learn new words and understand how they are used. Review what you have learned. Stay patient and positive. And most importantly, believe in yourself. English is not impossible. English is a skill, and like any skill, it grows with practice. Step by step, day by day, you will improve. I want to thank you from my heart for spending this time with me. You listened, you practiced, and you stayed until the end. That shows how serious and dedicated you are. Please keep going even after this video. Keep listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Make English a part of your daily life. If you do this, you will learn well, you will learn quickly, and you will reach your goals. So, my dear friend, this is Jenny from English Lab saying thank you and goodbye for now. Remember, I am always here for you with more videos, more practice, and more encouragement. Until next time, keep smiling, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. You can do this, and I am very proud of you. Learning English is a journey, not a race. Each day you practice, you get better. Every small step, listening to a short story, repeating a sentence, writing a simple note, counts. Be patient, keep trying, and enjoy the process. Your progress may feel slow sometimes, but over weeks and months, you will see great improvement. Always remember, practice regularly, speak bravely, and enjoy learning. Listen to different voices, try new words, repeat often, review regularly, and connect English with things you love. This will make your learning easier, faster, and fun. Every day you spend practicing, your English grows stronger. Keep going, my friend. You have the courage, patience, and dedication to succeed. Step by step, you are building your English skills. Believe in yourself, celebrate your progress, and never give up. You are doing wonderfully, and I am proud of you.